Good. I didn't get this meeting is now being recorded. I toggled that off in Zoom. Did you hear it on your end?
I got the message on my side. Yep.
Did it say it or did it just show up?
Just showed up.
That's much better. Awesome, guys. Very cool. Curtis, go ahead and start. And then I know you've got some things to share on screen. This is open, by the way, if you guys have any questions that come up real time or want to go off on a, not a major tangent, but if you have something specific, please, this is your workshop, not mine. So ask Curtis. You can chat it or just raise your hand and we'll call on you.
Thank you, Alex. And yeah, I'd love to make this as engaging and, bi-directional as we can. So feel free to jump in with any questions. Let's start a conversation around this. I'd love to get some lively debate if you have a differing position. But essentially, my name is Curtis Davey. I am the partnerships manager here at NiceJob. NiceJob is a company based in Vancouver, and we are a reputation marketing company. And I like to really emphasize reputation marketing above reputation management, as many of the other platforms out there are known. And of course, we are usually lumped in with the reputation management when we are sharing across platforms and being listed on services like G2 or Capterra. You'll find us under there. But we find the term reputation management to be a bit outdated, a little bit 20th century. We're in a new era where word of mouth is so important, as you all know, to businesses. It's how a lot of customers discover things these days, and certainly how a lot of customers make purchase decisions these days. So we are in the business of helping companies not only to capture reviews from their customers, but more importantly, leverage those reviews to increase your marketing, to increase your ability to convert those leads to sales, and more importantly, to attract more customers. And this runs the gamut from, as Alex alluded to, local services. We can touch on e-commerce, though NiceJob is not specifically focused on it. But any industry out there these days, there are mechanisms, there are platforms out there to solicit reviews from your customers and then share those and leverage those most importantly. And NiceJob is predominantly focused on home services, the service industry in general. And I'll get into those sort of criteria and the various industries that we speak to. But in general, I can speak to all industries and the importance of reviews. As we all know, a Google My Business account, now known as a Google Business Profile, is one of the biggest sources of traffic and discovery for customers and businesses these days. And it's important to have a fresh GBP profile. It's important to have one in the first place. So basically any business that has a GBP profile these days is a company that you can assist to grow that reputation and to help them capture more leads, convert more traffic, become a bigger business, and really grow through reputation. And it's one of the great thing is it's one of the areas that is rather easy to get going once you have a system in place, once you have a tool in place, and the business understands the importance of asking for that review. So let's dive in. You're going to hear me say the words customer-driven growth a lot. And this is a category of marketing that I guess, we at NiceJob are really trying to define. We're trying to make this the new buzzwords of 2022. We want to help businesses drive customer-driven growth by simply asking customers for their review and then understanding what they've shared in those reviews. And then, of course, leveraging that so that when a new customer comes to your website or a customer stumbles upon your social media feed, they have plenty of examples of great customer experiences of customers that have come before them. They're going to want to emulate that experience by seeing, how positive those reviews are, how what words and what sort of topics those customers are speaking to specifically in those reviews, because each customer has an understanding in mind of what this experience or what your company or what your customers' companies are going to be providing them. So the clearer you can make that, the more you can align that with their expectations by providing reviews and testimonials and evidence to support that they're going to have this same positive experience that they're looking for. The better off their experience is going to be, the better off they're going to be a net promoter, as the old term is known, or as we like to call it. The more they're going to be a fan, they're going to more going to be willing to leave you that review, to share that review, to talk about your business with your friends and family, and it's the word of mouth that you're looking to generate. As to an agency, why you should consider getting into the reputation marketing industry, into the reputation marketing practice, it's still, I find, something that a lot of agencies have identified, but not quite perfected in terms of processes, in terms of solutions, in terms of how they can leverage this to increase their monthly retainer with their customers and really use that as a lever to increase value to all of the other services. So I'll show you throughout this session, how you can really add value to those, how a platform like NiceJob can automate this process for you. But the biggest reasons you should consider working with reputation marketing, promoting your service, is that it's in demand. Customers and businesses are out there looking for an agency that's going to be able to help with SEO, of course, help with PPC, of course. But in tandem with that, you can also then provide a solution that helps them capture reviews before, during, and after a potential experience. And that's something I always like to highlight as well, is that, typically we always think the best time to ask for a review is after the service has been purchased, the meal has been eaten, the product has been delivered. Those are absolutely true. You always want to have that, moment of peak excitement, as we call it, be as close to the customer experience or the customer end experience as possible. But I also encourage businesses to think about what other times in a customer journey could be solicited for a review or could be used to increase your marketing in the future. So of course, the onboarding call. If you're a lawyer, for example, and you've just retained the customer, the retainer, for example, that's a great opportunity for you to sort of solicit a review at that point and say, hey, how was our onboarding experience? Would you love to leave us a review to speak to that? Likewise, if you're a plumber or an electrician and you've just secured a job, how easy was it to book a job with me? Did you enjoy the interaction you had with our office manager or our technician? Those are great moments as well. E-commerce, maybe not as applicable, but certainly, you can ask for a review after the purchase experience, before the product's delivered, and then another one after the fact. Ultimately, how you structure these campaigns, how and when you trigger these review requests to your customers is a part of the strategy that you can start to build with your customers and your clients. And I'd encourage all of you to start thinking about, where in this, or where in my, consultations and my meetings with my customers, can I start to bring up reputation marketing? Can I start to ask these questions of my customer and of this business in terms of where and how they want to grow their reputation? Because ultimately, you can define the reputation that your customer or your company has. Even you as an agency, I'm sure you've thought about, how do we want to be positioned? Do we want to be known as the most cost-effective agency? Do we want to be known as the best customer service, the most communicative? Whatever it is, you can try to define that reputation, market yourself as that person, that company, that experience. And then if you're doing a good job of it, you'll likely have your customers echoing those reviews or those topics and those keywords back to you in your reviews, and you'll understand that you're doing a good job. You're moving the needle. You are servicing that customer as they expected to be serviced. With NiceJob, of course, if you're working with a solution like us, you'll be fully supported. And I'll show you throughout this session how you can add value to other services, which is why we're all here. Typically, services, the types of clients that we work with at NiceJob, or we specialize in, are service companies of all industries, health and wellness, travel and tourism, home services, of course, is a massive one and one that's growing like crazy. Anybody with a GBP or a GME page, as Alex alluded to earlier. And then we also can work with software companies because we are plugged in with G2 and Capterra, which is great. I know not everyone works with local companies. Some people work B2B. And there's also the misconception that B2B companies have no reason to solicit reviews. Understandably, maybe they are less important. Maybe other, commercial clients don't look at your Google My Business page before doing business with you. But I guarantee that having some testimonials, having some reviews in your back pocket to share on your website, to share on social media, or in any marketing assets or pitches you're doing, will prove very, very valuable in the long run, and will be something that your clients will eventually look at as, a net benefit and a great showcase of your business. In general, NiceJob and many other reputation marketing platforms, reputation management platforms, as they like to be called, are very easy to learn. They are, for the most part, can be fully automated. So it's not a huge lift for you and your agency to adopt the solution and to be able to start earning revenue from it, as early as tomorrow. And as with most products, you can have as much or as little interaction as possible once it's automated. And I'll show you, how NiceJob system works, in that it is fully automated. It can be leveraged if you want to increase, value and really provide a white glove service, or you can just have it run on autopilot. And I'll just add one little sneaky sales message in here, that we do also make websites with conversion rate guarantees. So as I'm going through this and talking about NiceJob and how we sort of approach reputation marketing with agencies, just know in the background, we also do websites. So we understand the sort of process of conversion optimization. And with that guarantee, we can actually stand by our work and show that everything that we do contributes towards that conversion rate and that customer-driven growth. So a lot of the agencies that we work with, and certainly all the agencies that are here today, if you provide any of these services here, SEO, pay-per-click, social media management, conversion rate optimization, email marketing, Google My Business setup, optimization, these are all things that work so well in tandem with a reputation marketing solution. And that's because New reviews published to your website, boost your SEO. New reviews can be turned into social stories or turned into ads super easily once you've shared them to Facebook, to Google, to Instagram. Social media management, it's a tool that you're already doing. You're out there creating content on behalf of your customers. Why not use a review to add into that social media management? It can be an entire standalone post. It can be the entirety of your social media strategy, or it can just be a sliver of. But I'll show you in some ways that how you can create really compelling stories that not only have the review, but have a photo, have some lovely graphics, and then also have your business story in there as well. Because ultimately, a review tells one side of the story, which is the customers, and ideally it paints a lovely picture of the company that they worked with. But you can also go a little bit further than that by adding that additional context to speak to, exactly what it was about that customer's experience, or what it was working with that customer from the business perspective that made the experience so good for them, good for you, why you enjoy it. And this is sort of the picture you can paint for all future customers, that you love working with your clients, that you really enjoy the challenge that they've given you, or the opportunity they've given you. And you appreciate that by sharing that review and by, telling the story. So again, reputation management, a little outdated, but it's the way the industry is known right now. But we're really trying to define reputation marketing as an industry, as a new approach, and certainly customer-driven growth, which is the idea that every single customer that a business has can refer another customer very easily through automated solutions and by the work that you're able to do for your clients. So NiceJob, to talk about it quickly, we offer a solution at $75 a month. A lot of our competitors are much more expensive than that, $250 to $500 a month, and they come with very broad platforms that may or may not be tools that you use. We are and have been laser focused on reputation marketing from day one. It's a category we're trying to define. It's a solution that we believe very strongly in, and one that all of our tools and features and setup are designed to enable. We provide no contracts, no commitments, and prorated billing. So if you're giving us a try, or your customer's giving us a try, if it doesn't work out, we offer a 2-week free trial. If they sign up as a paid customer and it still doesn't deliver the results of the solutions you're looking for, you can cancel a week later and only pay for the week that you've used. Of course, most good platforms, as is NiceJob, is automated. So you can automate the process of sending review requests and recommendations and sharing those reviews. That is definitely something you should look for in any platform you're working with. That automation is what's going to save you all the time, what's going to make this, a value add service without taking too much of your team's time. It should ideally work in the background with being plugged into their existing business software, be that, financial bookkeeping software like Xero or QuickBooks, or it could be their operational software like their, Active Campaign email marketing, or their operational software like the business software like Jobbers or House Call Pros, to name a few in the home services industry. Social proof is another solution that comes baked in with our solution. It's a great way just to showcase a little pop-up on your website to showcase recent bookings and or recent reviews. It's giving that any customer that lands on a customer's or a company's website that justification, that validation they need to make that final decision to click for a quote, or to sign up for your service, or to buy your product. It's that last nudge that every customer needs when they're landing on your websites and on your sort of sales channels, to know that other customers have come before them, other customers have had good experiences. And if you can show that, booking and review to the same customer on the same session on your website, that's going to give them all the knowledge they need to know that Joe Smith signed up last week, had his job completed 2 days ago, left you a 5-star review. And they're going to think, wow, okay, these guys are doing business quickly, they're doing business efficiently, and they're doing a great experience for Joe, who's had an entire customer experience in 1 week. That's the kind of experience that I want to see replicated. Of course, we provide all the widgets and testimonials that you would need to input into your website, into social media, so make it simple, turnkey. And then, of course, the idea of customer-driven growth. With our solution, we can actually then follow up with customers to have them recommend you to other users, be it through social media or to email. And I'll show you that in the demo section a little bit later. There's an example of our social proof, and there's an example of the recommendation widget that you'll have access to. Leveraging reviews for S&M PPC. So as I've talked about automation, that is, ideally something that's set up. It's fully functioning. It's operating in the background. You don't have to worry about whether, the review requests are being sent out or whether they're being shared to your website, because they are. But as an agency, the 2 areas where you can provide the most value, where you can really start to bundle your services, add that extra value, increase your monthly retainer, is with social media management and PPC. So the time to learn this is very, very short. Once you understand the system and understand, how to promote posts on Facebook, on Google, which I'm sure you're all experts at, you'll probably need an hour or less to figure this out. 15 minutes or less, you can have the account set up for your customers. And then of course, if depending on how frequently you're looking to make posts, depending on how frequently you're working with your customers in terms of those PPC or SMM campaigns, it can be, up to 1 hour per client per month or less or more, depending on how much you want to really invest in it and how much, they see the value or they see the growth from it. The process is as simple as adding a photo, drafting a customer story, and publish and sharing and promoting the post. So here's an example of a great 5-star review that NiceJob has received. Short and sweet. I chose it just for that reason. The customer hasn't given us much to work with, but they've given us a 5-star review. It's on Google, and they've obviously spoken to how our system works. So great. Let's build on that. We added a photo, which we grabbed from their website or their social media. It's a photo of their team out there, looking good. So we've added our own context to the story, thanking them for their 5-star review, telling us why it's important to us to provide great service to their customers, our customers, and they can do the exact same thing with their team. So if you were doing this on their behalf, you would simply change that story to, thank you to our customers for all of the business you've given us. We are a family-run operation, and we thrive on providing great service to our customers, and we hope that you'll, continue to work with us to help us grow. It's a great message, speaks to the heartstrings, allows you as an agency and the business that you're working with to really showcase what it is that makes them special as an operation. We've added, of course, some location tags, some content tags for added discoverability on social media. And once you save that post and you look to share it, it looks a little bit something like this. With our social sharing feature, you can share across social media platforms all at once, or you can click into the individuals and really create custom posts for each of the platforms. But you can choose some additional backgrounds. Of course, we have the 5-star review and Barnabas tagged in the post. And then we've added some further context and some marketing messaging here at the top to encourage other customers to give us a try, to understand that we drive customer-driven growth in 2022. And with our low cost and excellent service, it'll be one of the easiest ways to grow this year. You can change some text. We also have a machine learning system that grabs some review snippets. So if you do get a great review and it's an entire paragraph long, you can just grab whatever snippets work best that support your marketing messaging most and have those shared out quite easily. Quick case study. So this is a customer that just joined us last month, essentially. And in the first month with us, she was using, previous sort of sending out a Google link and an email, as a lot of businesses do sort of as a hack and as a basic solution these days. But in her first month with us, she was able to gain 54 new reviews, and most of them came in that first week, and which is a 74% month-over-month gain to her previous system. So she's a huge fan. She's on board in 3 of her locations. All of those locations are seeing massive growth. And I'll highlight positive topics down here, which is our topic insights feature. And you can actually see, week over week, month over month, are you moving the needle in terms of what your business is promoting or how your customers are seeing you? So that previous idea that I shared about, defining your reputation, you'll be able to understand on a week-to-week basis, month-to-month basis, are you moving the needle in the right direction for this business? Are they starting to reference your cost-effective marketing more often? Or are they referencing, the technician or the person that serviced them? Whatever you want to try and drive for that business, be it, individual and recognition for employees, recognition for a specific, marketing tack or approach to the market, or just their overall service. You can really see, is that working or not? Some frequently asked questions that we see and we get from our business customers is, why do I need more reviews? I already have plenty. That's a common refrain, especially from businesses that have, an established number of reviews in their market. And if you're, looking to sell this to your customers, and this is probably one of the things you'll hear most often. But to that response, you can just say, your competitors aren't stopping for one. So if you stop soliciting reviews from your customers, how long until your closest competitor catches up? Of course, customers, like Google algorithm, love recent content. They want to see that UGC. They want to see recency in those posts. So it's important not to stop collecting reviews, because if you all of a sudden have a month or 2 or 3 month gap in the recency of your reviews, it's like a gap on a resume. A customer is going to come to your company and say, what have you been doing for the last 3 months? I haven't seen a review. The last one you got was September 2021. Did you guys take that period off? So it's important to not have those questions pop up in your customers' minds. Get out there in front of it, continue to get recent reviews. And of course, every new review you get counts towards UGC, it counts towards boosting your algorithm or your ranking on search engines, and it helps to keep you recent across all of the platforms that you are soliciting reviews on or that you are listed on, of course. And getting negative reviews is a major concern as well. This is an area that I love to answer because it's ripe for debate, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But our position is that a negative review is not a bad thing. It's a fact of life. Every business has a customer, and other customers know that those customers exist that are just curmudgeons. No matter what you do for them, they're not going to be nice with you. They're not going to leave you a positive review. They're probably going to leave you a bad review if anything, little detail goes wrong. And we all understand as consumers that those customers are out there. But this is also a great opportunity for you to showcase to those customers and anybody else that stumbles across your business profiles in the future, how you handle bad customers, how you provide customer service. So our recommendation is that, get that review no matter what platform it comes on. If it's a negative review, okay, let's respond to it. Let's put out a message. If it's a fake review, you can say, we have no record of you in our system. We'd be happy to service you at a later date. If it is a customer that's had a bad experience, speak to that experience head on. Don't try to, fluff them. Don't try to say it's their fault. Acknowledge their pain. Provide a solution to that issue. And if that solution is not resolvable, or they don't appreciate that and they can't change and they don't want to change their review at a later date, at least for all time, there is a response there for all other customers to see, to show that you're cordial, that you're professional, that you're accountable. And those are all things that customers want to see from any business, from your own as well as service businesses, from the lawyers down to the plumbers. If business customers only want to collect reviews on Google, which of course we all know is king still in terms of search and discoverability, that's great. Every reputation marketing platform can help that. With us, we also give this customer the solution to leave a review on any other platform, because our position is that a review anywhere is better than no review at all, because then you can still leverage it for understanding, for marketing, for testimonials. You can still share that to your website and social media and get that net benefit from it. So when you're looking to consider, adopting a solution like NiceJob or to add reputation marketing to your list of services, these are some great keywords. And the great thing is it fits in so well with most other, local digital marketing you're providing, that it's an opportunity to sort of mention reputation marketing at any point along the conversation or along the sales journey with your clients. So, conversion rate optimization, we can help to increase that conversion rate with social proof. Social media marketing, of course, you can make compelling social posts and customer stories through social media. SEO, every new review boosts your SEO with, UGC to your website, as well as to the microsites that come with our platforms. Referrals and recommendations, that's obviously a no-brainer. If you want to drive customer-driven growth, you need to enable that customer to have an easy mechanism for them to follow, to refer their friends, or even just to amplify the review that just left you. And that's something that our social sharing feature can do, is help them to just easily make that post and share that review to Facebook, to Google, to Twitter, so that all their friends and family see that they've just left you a 5-star review and you're a great company to work with. You can even include an incentive. Incentives for reviews are not allowed, of course. Most major platforms will ban that, but you can incentivize recommendations, so that's a great thing to do. Word of mouth, no brainer, one leads to the other. Marketing strategy, web design, customer communications, marketing insights, all things that you can use your expertise in, using our data, our solutions to automate. So it makes you look like you're an absolute rock star. You're working 10 times harder than you actually are, because the solution is there. Whether you give your customers access to it or not is up to you, but it can operate both ways. And then, of course, bookkeeping, FSM, CRMs, client communications, this all fits in perfectly, all that kind of stuff. You just need to figure out. And that, as an agency, that strategy, that approach, that understanding of when and how and if to solicit a review from a customer at various stages along the journey, and then implementing the solution or the triggers to do so, that's really where you can come in and shine and really start to charge a premium for your services and for your consulting and for all of the expertise and value that you bring to the customer. In terms of supporting your clients, from NiceJob's approach, you can have as much, interaction with your customers once they're on the platform or as little. We're happy to build a partnership with all of our partners in the way that works best for you and them. If you don't want us communicating with your customers directly, that's fine by us. If you want us to handle all communication with your customers and really manage that process from the moment they've joined our platform, we're happy to as well. The reason that we have so many great reviews is because of our amazing team, but I won't spend too much time harping on our own or tune our own horn there. We do provide comprehensive training for you and your customers if you wish. Once automation is enabled, the added value that you can provide is really in those manual tasks, but in the tasks that ultimately don't take too long. It's the social media management. It's the turning those posts into PPC ads. It's that marketing strategy that you're likely doing for your customers anyways. And you can start to, embed our data and our insights into your reports as well to make those even more robust.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
How are we doing for time? Anybody bored yet?
Not quite.
All right. So in our process, the discovery of the customer is number one. Of course, we want the customer to want this before we bring it to them, but there's an easy way to pitch it to them in a number of different ways. We do offer co-selling to all of our agency partners. If you're interested in having us join a sales call or just interested in passing the lead over to us to close, both of those cases, you'll continue to earn your discounts or commissions. You can operate as a reseller, as a referral partner, or a hybrid of both. As I mentioned earlier, we're happy to structure these partnerships in any way that works best for you. And then how you onboard your customers is also, how you'd like to approach the market. Do you want to just refer them and have us support them? Do you want to really white glove the service, bundle it into all the other services or the platforms you're using already? That's also a possibility, and definitely one that we prefer, because the more that you can use NiceJob, the more that you understand NiceJob, the more that you're going to understand how to leverage it, how to really add that value. All of our partners get a free partner account as well. So you're welcome to use NiceJob for yourselves to solicit reviews from your own customers, to use as a demo account, or to onboard your customers underneath of. We have our referral program, our reseller program, and a certified program for those partners that work through the program, that start using us, that get to a certain level, they become a certified partner. They also then become entitled to referrals back from us. And we have a ton of customers that come to us looking for SEO support, for PPC support, for social media management, because these are business owners that are too busy doing what it is they do, be it lawyering or plumbering or however you want to call it, but they're out there doing the work. So if you can provide that service to them, we're happy to refer them to you so that you can provide your expertise. And we also know that you'll be able to support them on NiceJob if you so choose. We offer commissions, of course, and discounts, of course, and those numbers will increase as well the more accounts you bring to us. But ultimately, we want to structure a partnership, and our partnerships are more to us than just sales and referrals. We like to build long-term relationships with all of our partners. We like to host, activate events together. We like to collaborate on content frequently. There's a lot of reasons that we have to showcase your expertise with our audience through social media, through blogs, through content. And we want our customers to know you just as much as they know us, because then, it's a net benefit. We're always about, providing great services to our customers, and any agency that aligns with us on that front, we'd love to work with. Oops. We have a very clear process. Oh my, geez, those mice. Clear process for becoming a NiceJob partner. Sign up for your free account would be a great first step. Let's book a meeting. Let's do some training. We'll beta your first client. We can assist as much as you wish in terms of onboarding your first client or two. And then, of course, we can get into the go-to-market strategy. If you want to start co-selling, if you want to start collaborating on free content frequently through blog, through YouTube, through webinars, we're all about that kind of stuff. And then, within a few months, ideally, we have a bunch of customers on the platform, and we can start to refine or understand, how much of that lift you want to take on, or how much you want to pass over to our team as well. Some of the areas we feature our partners, of course, blog content is one, YouTube videos another. We're all about, as I mentioned previously, a long-term mutually beneficial relationship. So we want you to be in front of our audience as much as we are, so that they understand, what you do, who you are, and the great expertise and value that you provide. If anybody looking to work with us, Curtis@NiceJob.com, or we can start your free partner account, get it set up for some training and onboarding and getting to know each other phase, and then we can start with those various steps. Now, I don't know how I'm doing for time, but I wanted to highlight one other big note, and it's a couple of great fun facts about reputation marketing. Google's local 3-pack. I know probably several of you have had customers ask you, how do I get listed in Google's local 3-pack section? And the great thing is that about 20 to 30% of that algorithm that helps to choose who to fit and who to put in that local 3-pack is based on Google reviews. So the recency, the relevancy, and the quality or the rating of those reviews. So if you're looking for a sort of a shortcut or an avenue to really help boost your ranking and that ability for you to rank in that Google local 3-pack for if I were to search, plumbing services in Vancouver, reviews is a big part of that. So you can actually use that fun fact to go to your customers and say, this is another reason why it's important to continue to develop reviews. This is how we can help you really rank and start to dominate the search results in your local area.
Oh, I love it. Let me do this real quick, Curtis. I want to frame this and summarize this for everybody. If you guys have questions, please chat them or chime in. Just come off mute so I know you want to ask a question. My question is, what's the minimum qualification to know I have the right clients for this service? Is it simply they have and care about their Google My Business or Yelp or whatever their main review source is? Is that the minimum? What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the minimum is they either have or want a Google My Business profile. Certainly, if they have a presence on any public facing platform like a Yelp, like a Google, like a Facebook, you're going to want to have some reviews there. Those are channels that a customer will land on, a customer will reference in any Google search. And so if you can have reviews, testimonials, great positive customer experiences and customer stories on any of those platforms, you're going to convert that much more of that traffic. A classic adage is, the 3 ways to grow a business: gain more customers, sell more customers, yada, yada. The fourth that is often overlooked is converting more of those customers that come to you. If you think about how much business is lost in terms of, the customers who don't convert, who come to your website, who don't convert, who land on your Facebook pages or your social feeds. If you can increase that conversion rate 5, 10, 15% using social proof, using reviews, using great customer stories and pathways that they want to follow, how much more value and how much more lifetime revenue does that represent to your business? So that's an area where I'd always like to focus on and like to communicate with my customers is, what does that mean in terms of what does one new review mean to you in terms of new customers, in terms of lifetime revenue, in terms of monthly recurring revenue to you as an agency as well as to them as a business.
Okay, very cool. So if I was going to put up a new reviews marketing service on my website, this is what we instruct all of our agencies and tech companies that try to partner with agencies to do. The litmus test, the MVP of this is pretty simple. Create a splash page on your website, use a landing page builder, or just duplicate one of your pages. Call it reviews marketing. And underneath that, a description of our agency is going to set up and co-manage with you a successful reviews marketing service. We are going to charge you a setup fee of, I don't know, call it $500. In that setup fee, bullet point, which will include setting up of a third-party platform to help manage this. We are going to help you understand that platform, get used to it. We can co-manage it to start, and then your team can manage it from there if that's what they choose. But part of the creative aspect of this in those bullet points is we are going to help you copyright. We are going to help you design these social posts. We're going to help you ensure that good reviews help you win business on social by publishing those and getting those out there. And we're going to help you win more reviews. And part of the, not promise, but the selling proposition is a screenshot of those top 3 local reviews. So you guys all focus on different verticals, different target audiences, but hypothetically you sell a lot to plumbers, like you mentioned, or automotive or whatever. You can do a quick Google search in your area and show the 3, take a screenshot of that, put it on the page. And that can be a very good way to quickly incentivize that owner to check out this review. Under that, you have a few more stipulations, and then you have your calendar embed or however you like to convert that lead, a form or a calendar or both, and create an email. Say, hey, everybody, we are just now starting this new system of reviews marketing. We've been testing it for a little while. We have found a partner in this space, and we are very confident we can help you be successful in localized reviews. Send that email out to everybody in your email list, right? Customers and target prospects. Somebody's going to bite. Somebody's going to say, sure, I'll let you manage mine. Get used to it with them, and then decide after you've done a few of these builds, how much of a fully managed system you want to take, or keep every customer as some I'm going to fully manage, some I'm going to let them manage depending on the customer. But the cool thing about NiceJob and this service and this whole system is you can fully manage the review system for your clients, right, Curtis, and not have to ask your clients to do anything. I love it.
Completely. Yeah, and I'll add that if you can add some reviews from your own customers, speaking to how well you've helped them gain more reviews for their business and grow their business through reputation marketing, that's, again, all the justification and the social proof that those new customers would need to say, wow, yeah, okay, great, I'm going to sign up with these guys because they've already helped 1, 2, 3 other businesses gain, 50 new Google reviews and gain that much more in lifetime revenue.
I love this too. Please take a second to pull up your dashboard of NiceJob and show the example of how it looks in there, how the white labeled version would look. Like you're an agency, you're in here, this is what you're seeing, and then this is what shows on social, this is what your customers see. While you're doing that, I'm just going to show something about partnering with NiceJob. If you guys aren't already, you can create an account with Partner Hub. Just go to app.partnerhub.app. It's free. In your backlog, if you select localized as your target vertical, you can select multiple, select localized. You'll see NiceJob in there. Go over to live offers. NiceJob is open to doing a lot of co-marketing with their agencies, which make them super cool and awesome. You guys can jump into doing guest posts, podcast interview. I was interviewed on their podcast. It's been awesome. And highlight your agency's experience here. Just click accept. That will go into Curtis's partner marketing manager, Yasmin's calendar, and get into that. So NiceJob, look for it in your backlog, which will look like this. Everybody's backlog will be different, but select localize when you onboard and you'll be able to check those out. And any that have a blinking green line around it, you can filter for live offers and just check out those live offers if you want, or you can filter by anybody that gives you a free account or anybody that co-markets with you. So check those out. Curtis, I'm going to hand it back to you to show what it looks like for the agencies using NiceJob.
Beauty, thanks. Another great thing, if you're looking to really go out and start to target businesses in your area, or specifically target some of the major companies out there, a great thing to do is just go look at their Google My Business profiles. How many reviews do they have? How many reviews do their competitors have? How do they rank in various keyword searches that you do? And then you can start to just paint a picture and say, let's help you beat X competitor by 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Try to set those goals. And it's a great way for your customers to buy into the journey that you're going to take them on. So NiceJob, let's see. So we'll focus specifically on 2 areas. Campaigns V2 is currently being beta tested. We can give all of our agency partners early access to this. So the Campaigns V2, you can get really, really granular with how you structure campaigns for your customers. It's an area where, this is where, we don't want our customers handling all this. We would love our partners to come in and manage the solution for them. Our team, of course, can do it. We'll always have the 2 default and recommended campaigns, but you can start to get really, really granular in terms of where you drive customers, or, messaging those campaigns specific to each employee or each service, so that the messages you're sending to your customers are so specific to their use case. It looks custom. It looks like you've taken the time to draft each of these messages specifically to them and the services and the experience they just had. You can also get really crazy in terms of how you customize the triggering of these review requests. We have a default do not contact period for 6 months, but if you want to shorten that down to 2 weeks, if you have frequent touch points with customers, you can do so. If you want to have, a customer who's had two jobs done this month and now is onboarding for their 3rd, you can get really, really granular with how you customize these campaigns. And then likewise, you can get custom with how you trigger recommendation campaigns. So for us, we solicit all of our customers who have left us a review in the last 90 days with a review rating of greater than 3.5 stars. We'll send them a message asking them to leave us or to recommend us to their friends and family. And this messaging can all be customized as well. So this is where you can really get into the voice and tone and brand of the customer and the business. How crazy and how specific and how in their voice do you want to make these messages? You can do all of that. The other highlight is topics. And this is an area where, our customers, I'm sure, look at this and know it, but where you as a marketing provider can really leverage this is understanding, out of all the reviews your customers or you have received, what are the positive and negative topics that they're trying to do or trying to communicate. So we look at keyword analysis, sentiment analysis, we do some machine learning and all that, but we try to understand, what is the theme, the topic that this customer is imparting on their review. In 19% of our cases of reviews all time, they talk about our affordable service. It's 199 out of 1,095, and you can see exactly which one of those are. So if you're looking for a specific example to support a social post or a marketing campaign, you can now go in and find a review that specifically speaks to our cost effectiveness. So it's a great way to either create a story from scratch and then go to find a review that speaks to the story you're trying to create, or if you just got a really compelling review, you can just create the review and then create the social story, which is very easily done through our social sharing feature, and or modified as per whatever criteria you'd like. We have some further options for resellers as well. So if you wanted to turn on or off visibility for certain things in your account, your customer's account, we can ensure. If you also sell websites, we can ensure that our websites are not visible to your customers. If you don't want to have our intercom chat bubble available to them and you want to manage support yourself, those are all options you can turn on and turn off. If you want to white glove the entire service and have, either have them give you access to their accounts so that you can connect to the CRMs, to social media, to the various systems, you can have that as well. So yeah, whatever you want in terms of customization, we can enable. And like I said, we're happy to structure these partnerships in ways that work best for you. And I'll give you a quick sneak peek of all of the various apps that we connect to. Another area we can add a lot of value is that connection through Zapier to any of these platforms that we're not currently natively integrated with. So you can log into their Zap account or your Zap account if you are managing this on their behalf, and you can enable all the custom Zaps directly here in NiceJob. And likewise, if you are looking for a specific platform like Service Fusion or ActiveCampaign, those are all ones that you can enable directly through the system and have all of the Zaps set up for them. Another area where you can really charge whatever you want to in terms of the setup and this assistance, because this is your expertise. This is what you do and how you work with your clients. Likewise, for review sites, we have a great optimized feature that actually recognizes what accounts the customer is logged into on their device. So to that previous point I made about a review on any platform is better than a review on no platforms. With Optimize, if you have all of these review sites connected, it'll recognize that the customer you just sent that review request to is logged into Better Business Bureau and Yelp, for example, and it'll propose those two as the default options. Otherwise, if they're connected to any of them or all of them, Google and default will, of course, or Facebook will, of course, be our default options for every customer. We also have a review.new link. So this is something you can embed in your email marketing, in your designs for their truck wraps, in the designs for business cards. Review.new/company name is a URL that we've purchased through our partnership with Google, and that allows you to very simply trigger review requests, or essentially trigger the same functionality as the review request campaign anytime that customer clicks review.new/partner hub. And whenever they pull up a site, they have all the various options, and whenever you click on that, it takes them directly to it. So yeah, those are some of the higher level features. As a reseller or anybody managing multiple accounts, you can very easily switch between your customers' accounts here, and you can also compare company to company insights. So if you wanted to look at two locations of the same company or two similar businesses in a similar area, you can compare their results side by side and really see what's moving the needle or not. And that applies to convert if you have a website, or topics as well, to see if you're working two different marketing strategies or two different locations, which one seems to be resonating most, which one is giving me the results I want, and the changes week over week or month over month.
Oh, killer.
Curtis, it's Tristan here. Could I just ask you a question? When you were showing that dashboard, you were looking at as though, I think that was as though the customer, and it had billing or whatever. How does billing show up for the customers that have white labeled? Are they paying you, or are they paying us, or what do they see, just to make sure I'm understanding?
Great question. So if you are the account owner and you're the ones who set up the account, either as a standalone or underneath of your reseller account, you're the only person that has access to the billing section. So the account owner is the only person who can see account and billing, and the only person who can see credit card information, any discount they're receiving, and of course the various companies under their account. If you're looking to add your customers to their account, you can do so under the company team. And this gives them access specifically to this one company. But if you're looking to add your fellow employees, your fellow vendors to their account, you can add to the account team. This would give them access to all of the accounts under their account. But yes, great question. Of course, we don't want our customers to see billing in some situations. So in these situations where you're set up as a reseller, we bill you, you bill your clients. You can invoice your clients however you like, and they won't have access to this billing section at any point in the future, so they can't see, what your margins are, or what you're being charged, or who else or what other plans you have for them under your system.
Yeah, thank you. Sometimes we bill them at different rates based on if they're going to want extra support and stuff. Yeah.
Of course. Yep. Totally understand.
Yeah. And I was just mentioning one thing, and Curtis, I know Sanir at Cloud Software Association. There's a platform called AppBind, and it allows you to create an encrypted card for all the SaaS card number for all the SaaS that you purchase and manage on behalf of your clients. So a lot of new agencies are doing this, where when they start with a client, they send them a link to AppBind. They say, hey, enter your card numbers. It's secure, encrypted. I never see your card number. Then they take that card number that's encrypted. They create a new encrypted card for all the SaaS that they're buying. So I need to set you up with Zapier. I need to set you up with NiceJob. I need to set you up with ActiveCampaign to run these services. You create the shopping list of SaaS that you want to buy on behalf of your client. You email that list to the client through AppBind, and they approve that list. Still, no card number has been shared with you, the agency, or with NiceJob. When they approve NiceJob, you take the encrypted card number on the checkout page of NiceJob, and you just one click enter whatever card number you want to use from AppBind's encrypted cards. Then what's super cool about it, you have all of the SaaS that you can manage on behalf of your clients. You can add a margin to each one of those SaaS. So NiceJob may be billing your client $50 a month based on their account. You can say, Tristan, I am managing this and I'm spending time on it each month. I want to add $100 a month to that to pay for my time to log in and update and change stuff and manage it. You can add it to your client's bill, and then they get a bill at the end of the month from AppBind or from you as a white label if you just want to put your logo and stuff on it. And it has all the SaaS that they're being billed, plus management fees if you want to show them or not. It's up to you. And you send them the stack bill on top of the retainer services. That's one way to do it. Check that out.
Yeah, AppBind's great. We're definitely going to be plugging in with them in the near future. And one other thing I want to highlight for any Intercom users out there is we do have a native integration with Intercom that allows you to directly solicit review and recommendation requests in your conversations in Intercom, as well as to see which of your customers have previously left you reviews, who have they previously recommended. So you can actually have a great understanding of your customers, previous engagements, their net promoter score, their fan score directly in the various softwares. And that's going to be applicable to all of the connections that we have working on updating in the integration, so that in your QuickBooks, in your existing business software, you can get an understanding of what previous experiences that customers had. So this is what it would look like.
That's killer. Any other chat software you're going to integrate with, like Smith or Zendesk or anything like that?
Yeah, those are all on the roadmap. We're scaling up the team right now and really trying to really plug in. Our plan, our strategy is to be a planet or a moon to many other planets, and to plug into all these ecosystems so that we are part and parcel of any business's existing operational software, and we can speak to and fro between the two and really provide value to all platforms and all partners.
Love it. I love it. Yeah. Very cool. You guys are crushing it. The platform's awesome. Everybody's been super excited to have onboarded, and you have something for partners that's different. Obviously, if your customers go and buy and do their stuff, that's a totally separate thing, but directly for agencies, co-marketing, get involved in some of the stuff that they've got, podcasts, blog posts, share your expertise, get in front of NiceJob's audience so that they'll come back to you for support. That's one thing. But Curtis, you have free accounts. What do they get?
Free partner accounts, which you can use for the life of your partnership. Like I said, you can use that as a reseller account. You can use it as a demo. You can leverage it for your own websites, your own soliciting reviews and recommendations for your customers. We love it when our partners use us because we know that they see the value, they then understand it that much better. Co-marketing, we'd love to invite you to podcasts, to collaborate on blog content, to join us at events. We also have recently been acquired by a company called Paystone. Paystone offers payment processing and gift and loyalty solutions. And we'll soon have that as options as well for our partners to enable or sell or refer, whatever you prefer. And with that opens up a whole bunch of opportunities for you to reach, their customers and their 25,000 local businesses. So we're really creating a comprehensive partner program that is, not just based on sales and referrals. It's about relationships. It's about growing as businesses. The idea of customer-driven growth is something that agencies can adopt, and we want our partners to adopt as well. The idea that we can help you gain one new customer for every customer you have, whether that be from referrals to us or from leveraging our solution. And we ideally want to see this, a rising tide raise all ships, and for everybody to see the kind of growth that we're seeing and that our customers are seeing by leveraging a reputation marketing tool.
Very cool. And I posted a link to the partners page. There's 4 types of partnerships. I think the 2 that are relevant for the people on this call. Content partnerships. If you guys are experts in your field, get with Curtis and Yasmin and do something together, anything. The second thing is resellers. So if you like the platform and you want to bake services around it, I think that's what you call reseller relationships. Yep. You don't technically have to resell it. You could just send your clients the link, have them join, have them add you as a user, then you manage it. That's not technically a resell, but it's all dependent on how you work with your clients. Cool. That's that. I mean, we're 4 minutes left. If you guys have any quick questions that you want to ask, Yasmin, I know, or Jasmine, I know you showed up late. So if you have a question, otherwise we'll send you the deck that has all the information that you missed.
And I'll add that if there's any software out there that you know your clients are using that we are not currently natively integrated with or can't facilitate a connection through Zapier, let us know. We're happy to reach out to those companies and facilitate that integration because, as I mentioned, we really want to be plugged into our customers' software. We want to be part and parcel of their operations.
I want Smith.ai.
You got it.
That would be so killer, I think, for you guys. They have so many localized, curious about HubSpot integration. Answer that.
Yeah, great question, Jasmine. We are just about to launch in Hubspot. So we are literally completing our App Store application this week. So you should see us integrated with HubSpot in the next week or two, I think.
Killer.
Yeah, and you can show your review requests through, conversations, through invoices. There'll be a bunch of functionality there that will allow you to hopefully ingest that customer information as well.
Oh, killer. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Any final questions? Get them now. Otherwise, curtis@nicejob.com. We'll get you there. And then I pasted his LinkedIn profile if you want to connect with him there and follow him there. Thank you, guys. Take care, Curtis. Been awesome.
Thanks, everybody.